talk some about the very dangerous Murphy game, the scam, the swindle, bait and switch. Murphy game is so smooth. Murphy man weapon is his golden tongue, his ability to spot the weaknesses, the vacillations, the fear, but mostly the larceny within his victim. He wants something for nothing. He wants to cut corners, and the Murphy man takes advantage of that. The Murphy man sets the scam up so sweet that even if you complained about it, you look like a fool. Very hard to stop the Murphy man. You just have to be so street smart, so practical, so wise. But mostly you have to be able to see what's in front of you. You have to know where you're vulnerable. You have to be very, very, very objective about yourself. You have to pay attention to the cold, hard reality you see right in front of you. And take nothing for granted. Don't assume anything. Don't be a good guy like me. A nice guy. Want to make nice. You win, I win. Let's make a deal. You're okay, I'm okay. Bullshit! You're up for a very rude awakening, my friend. Oh, you're facing a very rude awakening on that. Murphy man is merciless. You hear what I'm saying? Merciless. He has no conscience whatsoever. Murphy man comes in many varieties. Could be a politician, businessman, somebody who you respected, who you thought could never do a thing like, could never swindle me, could never take me for my money. That's the most dangerous. He poses as a friend. What a deal! What a deal! Huh? Listen to this story. I bought a car. $600. This was in 1971, right? The one who sold it to me was a very slick Murphy man. You should have known. I should have known the deal he was giving me was too good to be true. And you can tell the Murphy man he's too smooth. He's too slick. He's too personable. And he lulls you into not realizing this is a profit business deal. When the money comes into the scene, the whole thing changes. And you've got to understand listen to what I'm saying, all friendships are bullshit until they're tried and tested hard. Don't claim it. Don't claim it. Don't buy that bullshit. He's not your friend until you've tried and tested him hard. And he's proven himself over and over again. Hard test. And he says what he means what he says, and backs up. Now, how many people are going to fit that criteria? That's what I'm talking about today. Let's get down on it. Let's get into it. So this guy, he sold me a car, huh? Sweet deal. Beautiful car, just what I needed. Nice price, sweet price, $600, right? In 1970. 1970 money. Which would be about $3,000, $4,000 today. Think of it that way. And he said, hey, my friend, my buddy, my good friend, my good buddy. Hey, pal, I got a car I'll sell you. And in addition to that, not only that, I'll also help you get your driver's license. Oh, man, I says to myself, this is my buddy. He's a friend. He's a good guy. Good guy. Well, everybody else around knew this is a two-bit hustler, a bum, except for me. Why? Because I had larceny in my heart. I want to get something for nothing. I want to get a good deal, a sweet deal. How sweet can that deal be? Look, a $600 for a large car, a Plymouth Fury, nice looking car, large car, what I wanted. And he's going to teach me how to drive to get my driver's license. Oh, what a sweet deal. What a sweet deal. I can't pass this up. It's too good to be true. And Scout's Honor. Scout's Honor, you won't find anything mechanically wrong with this car. You won't find anything wrong with it. Come to find out, when I bought the car, and I gave him the check. And listen to this, how stupid. I didn't even I got a, what do you call it, a purchase pink slip. A purchase. I did not get the pink slip. I had nothing legally to show that money changed hands. I didn't protect myself at all because I trusted my friend. My friend, how could he do me wrong? This is my friend. They're talking about the Murphy game now. But what I didn't realize is my friend had a piece of garbage on his hand. The car was a piece of junk. You've seen worse engines, better engines in a wrecking yard than the one that was in my car in the trend. Okay, so I gives him my money. I was smart enough to give him a check. We go to the bank. He's smarter than me, though. He said, "No, why don't you go with me and cash the check? And you just hand me $600, cold hard cash." I should have smelt a rat. Then he says, "You won't find anything mechanic. This is a sound car." I get a little suspicious when we go out for a ride, right? I couldn't drive, so he was driving. He's going to teach me how to drive. He takes the car up. This is V8. Then he says to me, "Are you ready for this?" He said, "Now sit back, my friend, relax, and you're going to take and experience V8 power, buddy." And he finds a little grade, little hill. And he said, "Now watch this." He steps on it, and the car hesitates, and then it starts moving, moving gradually up that hill. And he says, "Wow, look at that. Look at the power behind this car." He says it with a smile and all the charisma. And, "He's my buddy. He's my buddy. He can't do me wrong." So I'm impressed, right? I'm impressed. So he's supposed to meet me for my lessons, my driving lessons. I comes up, right? And I see him. I see the hood up. I've already given him my money. I see the hood up. And he's working under the hood, right? Well, what's happened is the car overheated. Why? Number one, the bum put a 6-cylinder radiator with an adapter in an 8-cylinder car. You believe that? The radiator was rusted out. I didn't even know this. The hoses were mush. And I didn't even know this. I didn't know anything about cars. And then as soon as he sees me, well, then he closes that hood. He says, "Come on." He says, are you ready for your lesson? Let's hit the road, man. You ready for your lesson?" Then he can't deliver. Then I don't see him for 2 weeks. He's got my money, right? I have to chase him down. Finally, he delivers the car, right? He gives me the keys. Scout's Honor. He puts the car out in the street, right? He said, "There it is. There's that beauty." Then I get in the car. I'm having a lot of problems starting it up. A lot of problems starting it up. And I was driving without a license. I didn't get my license, just a learner's permit. That's how stupid and gullible I was. Just the learner's permit. No insurance on the car. No insurance. The bum didn't put any insurance. No smog. The bum didn't smog the car. He couldn't smog the car because it was unsmoggable. Anyway, take it to the mechanic, right? Mechanic looks at it. He says, "Man, I looked under the hood. The alternator's shot. The engine has a burnt valve. The rings are bad. The radiator is shot. The engine all rusted out. This guy didn't maintain it. The carburetor, Rochester carburetor, that model, special carburetor. He beat the bum beat the carburetor up to try to get the car started so he could deliver it. And the guy said, and then he looked down, listen to this. It was a dual exhaust, a phony dual exhaust, right? The mechanic looks down at that dual exhaust, all rusted out, all rusted out. He says, ooh, he comes out, ooh, that dual exhaust is expensive to fix. Just that. Tires, only one good tire, the rest bald. You ready for transmission? Leaking. The automatic leaking. Front bump leak. Starter was good. Brakes were patch-up job. He just did the pads, just put the pads in so we could get rid of it. To fix the car at that time would have cost, well, he can fix it because the engine needs to be overhauled. The carb on that car would have cost about $100 to get that carb replaced with a rebuild. Rebuild Rochester. At that time, $100 for that. The dual exhaust. To fix the dual exhaust, about $200. The U-joints were shot. And the mechanic said, man, when I see all this, he said, I took mercy on you. I didn't want to look too much further than that. But before he told me the news, he said, well, look, why don't you go into the lounge area, little lounge, whatever, little two-bitty lounge area. I got there fresh coffee and a donut. Sit down, relax, take it easy, and I'll talk. You ready? The Murphy game goes on all around. Go to court. Take this guy to court. He doesn't show up. But the judge decided, buyer beware. I lost. One guy said, hey, sell that car for $50. Sell that car for $50 and you're making money. That's what kind of a bad shape. Because otherwise the mechanics will own me with that car. This is the Murphy game. I go on and on. Well, this is the hustle. This is the sweet hustle in the Murphy game. In other talks, I talked about being Murphy'd in Greenwich Village with those hustlers, street hustlers, over action. We were looking for women. We were looking for action. We were looking for a good time. The point is, anytime you're not prepared, you're ignorant. Ignorance is not bliss. And you try to cut corners and get you a good, sweet deal. The deal you can't refuse. It's too good to refuse. I won the lotto. What a sweet deal. What a great fellow my friend is. Oh, thank you so much. What a deal. What a friend you are. Not only are you going to sell me a Plymouth Fury, I need a big car. Not only that, but you're going to sell me at a good price, $600. Not if the car is in good mechanical condition. See? Oh, he could afford to sell it at that price because it was junk. And there's no worse feeling in the world, my friend, than being hustled, beaten that way. The feeling you feel so angry, so bad, you're actually absolutely homicidal. That's how rough the Murphy game is. Absolutely homicidal. And you got nowhere to go with that rage. The law can't back you up, buyer beware. That's the Murphy game. And buddy, I can go on and on with this. Perhaps for another talk.